Hi everyone, welcome to Amaranth. These are general messages for the collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter placement. Let's get into it. So the first card, Scorpio, you have is a white buffalo calf woman. And it says, the prophetess of the secret veil. Further it says, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Yeah, the white buffalo is like an energy of provider, nurturer, right? It's the abundance that is provided to us by the universe, by nature. So this is about aligning yourself with that path that you can pursue for a long, long time. Something that will be a long-term change, a path that you will walk on for a few years, at least 5 to 7 years. It's that kind of a path that you have to pick for yourself, something that will sustain for a long time. Not choosing a path that is a struggle for you. You might be doing something right now. You might be in a profession or job that you might be struggling with, or some situation, city, or something about your current path feels like a struggle, I feel, Scorpio. But if you align yourself with, a path, maybe a career choice or a way of life which is sustainable for a long, long time. But for that, you have to set the right intentions. Your energy cannot be scattered. Like, it just cannot be a thought, a wishy-washy thought. Like, it might be that you're getting thoughts right now of changing jobs, of changing businesses, or shifting from business to job or job to business. Either ways, or making changes in your personal life and, things like that. But just a thought does not count. It's the Ace of Swords moment when it occurs to you that you need to change up something, but then your intentions, the planning, the thought process behind it, and aligning your actions to actually make that work and happen and create the path for you, which will be sustainable for a long time, is the energy of this white buffalo calf woman. Because once you set the intention, once you decide on the path and you put in the work into it, that will create unlimited abundance for you. The path of love, something that you love. Focus on something that you can pursue and do for a long time, day in, day out, without getting burned out. So I do feel that you need a quiet moment right now. And see what your heart, what your inner compass is telling you to do for the future. It's like which direction you want to pick for the future. Maybe something right now, it feels like a struggle. Maybe the job, or maybe the place you are in, something that you're doing feels like a struggle. This is also about connecting more with nature, because this is a very, if you look behind, if you see the imagery, it's a very tribal kind of energy, right? It's I can't remember the name of the tribe, but this is like some tribe, right? Which is like nature-bound tribe. So this could also be nurturing your own self, taking care of your own self-care through spending time in nature, being out and about. Or this could even be caring for the environment, caring for nature. And because it's sustainable spirit, so you might be into sustainable practices, like, growing your own vegetables, like farm to table kind of sustainable practices, or doing something which you can keep doing for a long, long time. So some of you might be into spiritual practices, incorporating spiritual practices that you want to continue for a long time, that inspires you, that heals you, something related to your family ancestry, family community and things like that, which feels meaningful, which allows you to align with your family history and carry the tradition forward. This could also be something to do with environment. Maybe you're participating in environmental projects, maybe you're into, There are a lot of people that work in the agriculture and forest departments that exclusively work for, preserving nature, preserving some plants, preserving some breeds of animals, and restoring ecological balance so that things don't get muddy in the, especially when it comes to climate and things like that. The ecosystem doesn't get too skewed up in order to cause all those natural calamities. So there are a lot of people that are invested into environmental restoration projects. So you might be into that as well. It's like a devotion to Mother Earth. So it's something that you are doing, without making a noise about it, without posting on social media. This is a path that you want to devote yourself to. Maybe something to do with spirituality even. Neytiri is the character that comes to mind that embodies this energy fully. How she's connected with the natural world. In the Avatar movie, the Neytiri is the actual white buffalo calf woman energy. Coming to think of it, yeah. So this is like having that ancestral wisdom, the spiritual wisdom, how you can use natural resources to better your life, to heal yourself, and to restore, restore whether your own health, restore some things that you inherited from your ancestors that you want to retouch up so that they don't disappear or they don't break. Something to do with restoration as well. The next card you have, Scorpio, is Azrael, and it says Angel of Death. This is very Scorpionic energy, transformations. So things could be changing up for you right now, Scorpio. Things might be ending. It could be habits or patterns. It could be old situations. It could be something that's shifting inside of you. Maybe, you're the fixed water sign. So maybe an emotional rebirth, maybe some physical rebirth. Maybe you're doing things that you're awakened to new practices, new diets, new ways of being. So things that you did in the past, or the ways that, or the way of life maybe, or the way of work, or your area of work, something, maybe the people, the relationships you had, or the way you carried yourself in relationship, the way you dealt with them, maybe something about it that is changing. It could also be your house. You could be redoing things, letting go of old furniture, the clutter, so that now there is new energy. There is Feng Shui is that craft where we realign things in order to release the stagnant energy and welcome new beginnings. So there is an energy of renewal, of changing things up. You already saw that with the prior energy for you. So there is regeneration, there is change, there is transformation. And of course it feels difficult. Nobody likes change, but change is the thing that we have to deal with, consciously. And ethos energy is about transformations. So I feel that you're shifting things up, whether it's in your in your personal life or in your relations or in your work. Something heavy is due for change. Something which is outdated needs to go or needs to be done in a different way. So maybe it's the way you invest, or the places where you invest your time and energy into, or your finances into. Maybe you had some old strategies of calculating which stocks you want to invest in, but now that's no longer working. It's just like sports team. They undergo so much changes, based on the results. They have to switch up their practices, their strategies, no matter what they have been doing in the past, no matter which players have been playing, that they need to adapt every year with changing strategies and things like that. This can also be company restructures where new management comes, or they just restructure the team, people and team. They change the project scenes, the way and style, the tools, the apps, the services, the collaborations change. And, these are uncomfortable truths, but then we need to align with them as soon as we can so that, we can move on forward on the new path or with the new change. And also there is deep growth, there is deep changes. The thing is that the more we go with the flow, the more we accept of it, the more we consciously make those changes, then we can see that how this transformation has actually, created something good and better for us. So new pathways opening which are better might feel uncomfortable, but it's much needed. The next card you have, Scorpio, is number 32. And it says, belong to your own dream. Further, it says, create your own life. Yeah, so the person in the picture, this girl, is, of course, she's sleeping, she's dreaming of something, a life that she wants to create. And that's what it is. When we dream is a portal into our higher consciousness. So when we dream, we don't just, dream about the life or our ambitions. We align ourselves with our soul path, our soul's calling at it. And you probably would have heard a lot of people leave their stable jobs and join, startup companies or start retreats or start spiritual practices or go to school and, start different careers. Those are the soul callings. You might be in that energy right now, Scorpio, where you want to create some life of your own and you want to manifest something for yourselves. But you will need that purpose. You will need to align with your purpose, with your intention, having a plan, so that you're able to execute it with focus, with determination. So at this point in time, you probably are looking into different areas. Or if you have a business already, you're seeing how to rebrand it, to grow it or expand it, because this is an energy of expansion as well. This is also spiritual practices. Like some of you could be life coaches and things like that, where you're telling people how to rebrand their own life. You could also be doing that to your own self, your personality, how to, train them, coach them for higher positions and things like that. You could be into that mentorship, or it could be into lifestyle changes that aligns with our soul path. So you have to be an active participant here. Co-create with, the universal energies that are available to you through the vision that you have for the life that you want to create. I also feel that now it's your responsibility. You have to claim ownership of what your goal is, where you want to go, where you want your life to go. And whatever feels right to you, say it to people, communicate, gather the resources, get the funds, and don't feel restricted or constricted by society and their expectations. Stand in your power, stand in your truth, and be independent of any of external validation or judgments. It's just that you need to have a vision for yourself. People, sometimes they're not on board. They don't understand until, they see some results. Otherwise, till then, it's just like, building castles in the air. So you have to be strong enough to stand up for your convictions. And then you have to do it yourself. You will be the main player. You will be the main lead role in this story, right? You have to gather the resources. You have to make a plan. You have to understand who to approach, who to network with. Stay disciplined with your approach. Have a backup plan. Get the funds. And follow your inner heart, your inner voice, and see which way you want to go, how you manifest. Even if you manifest, what is your original authenticity that you want to bring to that? What's the new spin? What's the creativity? And all of that will be different and unique to each of you. So the dream life is, you dreaming, you're probably dreaming of what you want, the kind of life that you want for the future. Now you have to turn it into practical reality for yourself. And the last card for today, Scorpio, you have is the Queen of Pentacles, and it says Nurture. Yeah, so for you, Scorpios, you're fixed water, 8th house energies. So for you, this Queen of Pentacles energy is about being practical with your approach in terms of managing your home, family resources, and at the same time, paying attention to your emotions, taking care of your emotions, grounding your emotions, and let your emotions guide the way forward to abundance. So I feel that you are looking after, all the physical and emotional needs, and you're doing the practical day-to-day stuff, about making everybody feel secure, cooking, making them feel comfortable, maybe cleaning, managing the house and relationships and people, and creating that overall abundance. So you are very resourceful at this point in time, Scorpio, and I feel that more so ever, very renewal and sustainable practice energy coming through this. You see, the Queen over here it is in nature, and nature is all about fertility, growth, renewal of resources, because nature provides. and nature renews, self-renewal. So there is a lot of renewal energy, whether you're using sustainable practices or renewable sources of energy like solar power, wind power, or something like that. You could also be working for, finances, to improvise the finances, because Queen of Pentacles also takes care of finances, portfolios. You might be establishing businesses that bring in a good amount of money, or some funding programs for women, those women, financial empowerment programs for women. That's a Queen of Pentacles energy, whether it's community projects or wellness projects and things like that. So you could be into that as well. This could also be, again, environmental causes and projects that you might be taking on at this point in time. But working and balancing your home life, maybe you're looking after your own personal businesses or side gigs that you have, being very practical, having practical plans and resources to manage each and everything, whether it's help from people or whether it's, taking to practices and, having your processes set to manage the day in and day out of running a household. You could also be mentors right now, teaching in financial colleges, teaching financial management to people, or you could be in financial industry, creating the wealth and distributing it amongst different people. You could also be, I feel you could also be working towards community projects or supporting your family and extended family. This can also be wellness, care, exercising, hitting the gym, running, jogging, outside, outdoors, spending time outdoors, either gardening or cooking, barbecuing, or just doing yoga and breathing outside. But something and the practical, something that brings abundance in the physical, in the 3D world. Some of you could be like having your gardens of flowers or making herb concoctions or things like that. I'm also getting a lot of herbal businesses, something related to natural care or herbal care for yourself or for the other people. You could be doctors or learning about it. But something about investing into your health, self-care, and also guiding other people to wellness routines. Something that creates long-term results and long-term gains and stability for the long term as well. But at the same time, you're like not doing it like mechanically. You're very much in tune with your emotions and you're making strategies based on how you feel. Your emotions are fully engaged into this practicality and creating resources and abundance for yourself. So a lot of practical, a lot of practicality is attention to details, wisdom on how to make things work for you and your near and dear ones. And these being general messages, Scorpios, these will play out differently in your lives. Let me know how these energies play out in your or in the environment around you, and hope you enjoyed your messages. So thank you guys for joining. Please subscribe and hit the like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye for now.